then it's on to some chin-ups. We're just doing 4 sets of 6 repetitions. So for the big boys, they're going to wear the dip belt around their waist and add weight overload. For me, my body weight's plenty. Okay, so now we've done self-myofascial release, static hold circuit, dynamic mobility circuit, our strength series, and then we finish off with, the name I've come up with for it is Meta Strength, because it's kind of strength training, but it's also metabolic training. So we aren't going to sit on the bike and do intervals. This is going to be our anaerobic conditioning, but using our big muscles to do that rather than just kind of a consistent rhythmic type of aerobic activity. So this is 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 4 exercises, and then I actually give them about a 90-second break. So when I'm recording this right now, it's the 2nd week of August. We're heading into training camps in just about a month time. They're back on the ice scrimmaging with other pro guys in the area. So we want to start sort of fine-tuning and zeroing in on the energy system development, the way they're going to need it on the ice. So hard, little rest, hard, little rest, hard, little rest, and then a big rest, so, you know, while they're waiting for their next shift. This is the first series. This is what it looks like. It starts with a micro hurdle hop, and then we're going to go to some hockey stick stabilization. So micro hurdle hop, we can do it with 2 legs. These guys do it single leg, and I ask them to think about getting their knee up high. I don't want them kicking their heel to the back. Wow, I just hurdle hopped my shoelace undone. That's talent. So 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off on each leg. Then we'll do a hockey stick stabilization where they'll do it either with their partner or with me. They'll hold the stick just like this. So a nice athletic position, holding it like that, just ready to cross-check somebody. No. And then their partner will also hold the stick. One of them will stabilize. One of them will try to move the stick on them. So if I'm just trying to stabilize, my partner's moving around and bracing here, keeping my shoulders down and back, and trying to stabilize and support from a standing position. Then we're going to move into what I just call a wall strider. So really the 10 seconds of rest isn't much of a rest because they need to move from one to the next. I want to get them used to being in a low position, a low skating position, rather than have them just squat and hold, which is static. I'm going to have them stay low and stride, keeping their shoulders level, keeping their head up, getting a nice full push. Kind of lucky that I have the wood floors. And then I want the guys I train to be able to push some of the other boys around. So then we go to a Bosu just to get a little bit unstable. And they'll just do either press or punch so that they're not on a solid base of support. They're having to stabilize and exert some force with their arms, just in case. So the fellows will go through that sequence 6 times. They get 90 seconds of rest in between each rotation. So they'll go 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off for each of the 4 stations. Then they get 90 seconds, and then they go in again. They repeat that 6 times. Then we go on to this next sequence. The sequence starts with an exercise that I learned from Peter Twist, and it's a lateral hop to a lateral raise. So they'll start here, driving off this leg, stabilizing here. Trying to load and explode off this leg, but keeping a solid torso. I'm not trying to whip around through my spine. From there, I'll get my med ball, and I'm going to do medicine ball rotary pass. Again, my hips and my shoulders come around together. Now I don't have a block wall in my gym, so I just put a mat up against the wall, and come around. The power comes from my legs and finishes through my arms. My hips and shoulders come around together. Then I'll go the other arm, lateral hop, to lateral raise, and then I'll finish on the TRX, they've done that for real, I just did a couple of everything and I'm out of breath. But by the time they've done that for real, they're really winded. But that 90 seconds rest and they're ready to go again. So we're getting high intensity every single time. So it may not seem like a lot, but it's pretty tough. Remember, this stage of the year, our mission isn't just to make them tired. It's to give them high intensity effort, high quality repetitions, so they're producing maximum force and power and speed with every drill. So if you say we don't give them rest, or cut the rest shorter so that they're tired starting their next set, or tired starting their next shift, we're not really helping them expand their capacity for power and speed. I hope that made sense. But then from there we just go into a nice stretch, and if we're finished a little bit early, might do some hands-on stretch, but typically the areas we'll stretch the glutes, the hip external rotators, so we'll stretch them into hip internal rotation, hip flexors, hamstrings, lateral hamstrings, and then we'll let them go for the day. That's the way it works. Now this is just one day of their 5-day training cycle, or 6-day training cycle. So, don't think like, oh, how come you did a chin-up instead of a row? Or like, so how come you did a horizontal or a vertical pull rather than a horizontal pull? We work that in different days. Different days we work different things. So I'm not trying to give you a whole training system today. I just wanted to give you, hey, here's a snapshot. This is what we're working on. This is how we're training this summer. And, maybe give you a few new ideas that you can try with your own training. So thanks again for those great emails that I got earlier. And thanks for watching. This is Maria from hockeytrainingpro.com.